Welcome to my survival world, and in today's episode we're finally moving away from this starter base. And I'm not going to move far, but I'm looking up at that hill and I'm thinking what it needs is a castle. As with building a fantasy world, it only feels right. What I need to do is figure out what the castle is going to look like. And the first thing I want to think about is taking inspiration from the roof here. I want this area to kind of feel like one cohesive, tiling culture. However, I'm also taking inspiration from other games, so I'm going to have a look at Kingdom Come 2. And have a look at some of the castles in that game and see if I can get any inspiration. So welcome to Kingdom Come 2. Many of you didn't know this is one of my favourite games, and it's got some really wonderful castles. So what I thought I'd do is just have a look at them and get some inspiration. So the first thing is that a lot of these medieval castles had these kind of whitewashed walls, and I really like the look of them. So this is Sukdol over here, and I really like this sort of wooden box thing you get above the entrance tower. I can't remember what it's called, but I just think it looks a really cool kind of practical looking design that adds a bit of kind of decoration to the area. Makes the top of the roof feel distinct. So I may well add something like that into the castle. Also this staircase up here, along with this kind of sort of training pen, I think that just is really cool. Yeah, I think this is kind of giving me a lot of inspiration to get back into the world and figure out what we're going to build. So as you could hopefully see from that footage, I'm going to be trying to build some whitewashed walls into my castle, as I think that would look really kind of interesting and a bit unique compared to a lot of Minecraft castles that are just stone. Okay, so in the area near where I'm going to be doing the building, I'm going to put down a couple double chests, and I'm going to get a load of the materials I think I'm going to need. So I think that should be a good start. Whilst I'm mining this diorite, I just want to say I'm currently putting together a schematic in Creative. This project might take a little bit longer than past ones, just because it's a bit bigger. And I need to gather a lot of resources. With me still in the early game, that's just going to take a long while. Here we go, I've got a load of white concrete powder to also be added now. I think we should be getting near what we need. I'm going to add that extra diorite as well. The next thing I'm going to need is sand and then a load of grass. So to make it easier to get the grass, I need to get Silk Touch on my shovel. So I come to the enchanting area and fingers crossed we can get Silk Touch. Oh, I keep getting this exact same set of enchantments. Okay, so I'm going to mine up this piece of ground anyway, because I need this area to be flattened off for the castle. So I suppose I'll use this grass here, dirt, to just build up a flat area for it. I think the next thing I'm going to do is lay out kind of the outline of where the top layer of dirt is going to go on this castle. This area is where the castle is going to go. This bit's going to probably be walls. I'll put some dirt in just as a placeholder. This I think is going to be a sort of a cliff face, and then underneath the wall about here is going to start sloping down with dirt. So as you can clearly see in that time lapse, I built the sort of top of the terrain. What we've got here is we've got a cliff face which the castle is going to sit on top, and although underneath I forgot to light it up so it's very dark, what I'm going to eventually have is fields of sweet berry bushes coming along here up towards the castle. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up torches using this coal, and I'm just going to light up the area underneath this terrain. I don't want it to become an accidental mob farm. What I've got to do is light this area up without being killed by mobs, and then I'll probably start working on building the actual castle. I'll see you once I've got a bit of progress done. Okay, so I've basically finished the first tower. This is going to have a spiky roof like the ones over there, but I haven't added it yet because I need to go get deep slate. That's where we're currently at with the building. I think it's looking quite good. Okay, so there we have it. That's the first tower now kind of finished up. I think it doesn't look great from up close, but when you get a bit further back, I think the shape of the roof really kind of makes it feel like it connects over to here. And we're going to have a few more of these builds stretching across this top area, with a larger building over there, and some gatehouses I think are going to fit in nicely over here. So I think the castle's pretty much finished now, at least the exterior. However, there was an issue when I was recording it, so if you notice some jumps around in the time-lapse footage, that's just caused by the flashback mod. But don't worry, you didn't actually miss much, I just occasionally forgot to unpause the recording. I'm over by the starter base. I think this castle's looking really cool. Obviously, ignore the pale oak tree here, but you kind of can see what I'm going for. Unfortunately, I haven't had much time to record lately. This video's taken a bit longer, as you can probably tell. But on the end screen is a playlist with all the other videos in this series, if you want to watch more.